All right, David, who do we have here in Heat 1?
Heat 1 of this 100 individual medley. That's Mila Zuniga from Crowfield in 4, Abigail Chamberovich from Somerville Y in 5, and in lane 6 is Lainey Roos from James Island.
All right, coming into the backstroke, I mentioned before there will be lead changes as swimmers often have a strong stroke and weak stroke. Here with my buddy David, I know his strategy in the IM is to go out really sprinty in the butterfly and backstroke to get ahead before the weak stroke breaststroke for you personally, but everyone's different. Oftentimes IMers really do have a strong breaststroke. Would you agree with that?
Oh, for sure. The best IMers are often the best breaststrokers because it's the slowest stroke in general. You spend the most time on breaststroke. However, I feel like with the older swimmers especially, it's 100 IM, it's a sprint.
Yes.
You go.
Not a sprint for 910s.
With the 910s, not as much.
Yeah.
Certainly with the older ones, not as much with the 910s.
Something that I'm sure the coaches here in the CCAA work on is, once the kids are legal in the strokes and able to do this, is mastering those turns and really wasting as little time as possible as those turns. I feel like here at the City Meet Championships, everyone's racing a 25, a 50, on occasion 100. So much advantage comes in having a really good start and turn.
Absolutely, huge advantage from these little details here. You obviously got to have all the strokes here to have a shot in the IM, and we see Lainey Roos from the James Island swim team. She's going to get the win here at 1:45 something. We'll see the time in a second. Chamberovich at 1:45.62. Chamberovich at 1:47.11 to take second.
Looking at our replay, coming in, Lainey Roos with James Island. All right, Heat 2 of 5 about to dive in the water. 9-10 girls, 100 IM. IM stands for individual medley.
They swim one length of butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, and then freestyle. In lane 2 is Madison Lay for Chamelon. 3 is Clemson Bird from Crowfield. 4 is Carly Russo from Long Point. 5 is Kensley Gibbs from Ashboro. 6 is Daphne Tybalt from North Charleston. 7 is Elizabeth Weisner from Long Point. 8 is Madeline Silke for Ashboro.
All right, Elizabeth Weisner out with the lead on butterfly. 2 hand touches after butterfly, and then you must push off on your back. Her Long Point teammate, Carly Russo, in lane 4, having a great backstroke leg.
Okay, again, final call, boys. 100-yard individual.
And then Ashboro, Kinsley Gibbs right there in the mix as well.
All 7-8
going into breast backstroke, you must finish on your back and then push off on your stomach.
Thank you.
Swimmers are out of breath by then, but if they can still get in that underwater cycle, that's going to help them out a lot. As David mentioned, our best IMers are often really strong breaststrokers. Let's see how they look here. Still Elizabeth Weisner from Long Point over in lane 7 with the lead. Although Daphne from North Charleston, 9 years old, coming right up on her. 2-hand touch. Must push off on your stomach to start that freestyle. I love how you get to do freestyle last and you're breathing to the side, get a chance to see your coaches and teammates cheering you on, give you that extra push going in.
Absolutely, as we see Elizabeth Weisner for Long Point battling with Daphne Tybalt for North Charleston, but Tybalt gets in there first.
Tybalt with a great finish.
1:41.
Last 10 yards, Tybalt really came on strong.
Then that time 1:41.44, 1:42.20 for second, and Gibbs third. That was Weisner. Gibbs at 1:42.93.
Here we go on the replay. Here comes Daphne Tybalt coming in on the finish. Last 5 to 10 yards, she really took it into another gear. Moving on to Heat 3 of 5.
In lane 2, that's Margaret Hyde for Hogcaw. 3 is Paige Sheets from Chamelon. 4 is Ellen Noble from Cane Bay. Also from Cane Bay, and 5 is Grace Contreras. 6 is Gabriella Burns from Somerville Y. 7 is Allison Miller for Legend Oaks. 8 is Cameron Coombs from Snee Farm. 9, Lily LaFlame for North Charleston.
All right, there they go. 2 hand touches, and they're on their back. Very tempting to look around at who's next to you and see where you're standing. I'm sure coach has worked on keeping your head still and not taking a peek, but it's hard not to do, especially at this age.
Coming into the wall here.
Looks like Allison Miller, Legend Oaks, will be leading this heat at the halfway point.
No, that's from...
Country.
That's Gabriella Burns from Somerville Y, I think, in the middle of the pool there in lane 6.
Oh,
she
I'm sorry.
Has the lead, yes.
Sorry.
It's very tight in this third of 5 heats here. Burns churning for home. Actually, not tight anymore. She really extended that lead on breaststroke. And we have a race for the finish here between about 4 swimmers trying to get in for second.
Oh, wow. Gabriella Burns really took off on the breaststroke. She's got a huge lead as she brings it home in freestyle.
Burns will come into the wall here at 1:31.38. That's going to move way up in the rankings. Second place goes to Noble at 1:36.79. Third was Allison Miller at 1:36.93. So a lot of 1:36s, a couple 1:36s, a couple 1:39s. Fast heat.
And then there she is on her finish, Gabriella Burns from Somerville Y, taking heat 3. Oh, I love that zoom in on the block there. Swimmers can place their back foot on that fin and use it to boost off on their dive. I think it makes a big difference. Do you, David?
I do. It really helps for people who don't have great starts. Final, second to last heat now, that Sailor Hood for James Island. 8 years old, swimming up because James Island's coaches decided that was the best option. She's in 2. Aria Christie for Legend Oaks in 3. Hannah Azevedo for Newington in 4. Stella Lewis for Snee Farms in 5. In lane 6 is Annalisa Graber for Northbridge. In lane 7 is Zuri Swain for Northbridge. 8 is Peyton Newland for the Country Club. 9 is Harris Kearns for the Country Club. Remember, a lot can change in the course of IM as swimmers go from a stroke they're good at to a stroke they're not so good at. Zuri Swain is going to touch the wall first here after backstroke.
We know Zuri's a good backstroke.
She was second in backstroke. Yep. She is not a great breaststroker. As you see this heat change completely over the next 15 seconds.
Looks like our Snee Farm swimmer Stella Lewis has a pretty nice breaststroke. She's pulling ahead now. Aria Christie with Legend Oaks also pulling ahead in breaststroke. And who's that swimmer with Country Club of Charleston, Peyton Newland?
Yep, a lot of changes here in breaststroke. Set and turn freestyle. Racing for the finish here. It's Peyton Newland and Stella Lewis. Lewis maybe just ahead of this heat. Big time drops here. 1:27.32 for Stella Lewis. Second went to Newland in 1:27.85. Third went to Christie in 1:29.02.
All right, Snee Farm coach is getting really excited about that close race. The Snee Farm swimmer Stella Lewis dropped, about 4 seconds. So that will help them in the team standings and individual scoring in this event. Here they are coming down. Great job to Peyton Newland with Country Club of Charleston and Stella Lewis. All right, here we go. Heat 5 of 5 diving in. This is our final heat. Who's in here, David?
Nora Ross for Daniel Island in 2. Emma Area for Newington in 3. Renelle St. Germain for Daniel Island in 4. Already with a big lead is Reeves Sidebottom for Park Shore. In lane 6 is Claire Heineman from Hopcaw. Ella Sidebottom from Park Shores in 7. Emmy Hanna for Shadow Moss in 8. Abigail Courtgate for Shadow Moss in 9.
I mean, looking at a sister potential 1-2, we've got Reeves Sidebottom with Park Shore in lane 5 and Ella Sidebottom in lane 7. And right now it is close, but they are in the 1-2 position. Following closely behind, Claire Heineman from Hobcall going into the breaststroke. Let's see how these swimmers shape up with the third leg. It's still going to be Reeves Sidebottom in the lead and her sister, Ella, in second place. Daniel Island, Renelle St. Germain, 9 years old, fighting for a spot on the podium here.
Yeah, it could be tight for second. Reeves Sidebottom, though, looks like she's going to pull away here.
All right, here we go. And win the entire event. Don't know if she'll pick that city record up, but she is going to win this event, and her sister will most likely get second. It's a fight for third between Claire Heineman of Hobcall in the red cap and Renelle St. Germain, 9 years old, of Daniel Island.
118.89 for Reeve Sidebottom. Ella Sidebottom at 122.08 takes second. Third place was Renelle St. Germain at 123.16.
We'll take a look at that replay
third.
coming in. So Reeve Sidebottom, the clear winner. Her sister Ella Sidebottom, second place. Let's watch the finish on Claire and Renelle.
All right, that is the girls' individual medley. A nice race there as Park Shore goes 1-2.
Now, was Park Shore expected to perform this well in day one?
Park
with
Shore
these kids?
has a good, strong day.
Okay.
Their second day is not as strong. They're outperforming. I think they had some. Park Shore swims in a meters pool, so I think a lot of their times might have not been converted correctly because these times are big drops here.
Yeah, big drops. And, yeah, very big drops. I just seem to keep noticing yellow caps and them at the top, especially at the final heat. So congrats to Coach Nick and his team right now.
I believe they've been in third place for most of the day so far. Boys 10 and under IM. That's Liam Roberts in lane 4 from Somerville Y. Graydon Gibaldo from Country Club is in 5. And in lane 6, that's Parker Lutz from Chamelon.
All right, these boys doing a nice job. I talked earlier in the individual backstroke event how you want to keep your ears in the water, eyes on the sky. Coming under the flag, stroke count is still important. You do have to finish on your back before starting backstroke. When we watch the older kids tomorrow, you're going to notice, though, I like to tell my swimmers, you are considered on your back as long as your belly button is closer to the sky than it is to the bottom of the pool. So there's a lot of wiggle room there. You can really finish on your side and extend your reach, but at this age, you want to keep things legal and no risk for disqualification. Country Club of Charleston, that's Graydon Gibaldo taking the lead here in breaststroke, or extending his lead, rather. Boys, we're going to be looking for a two-hand touch as they push off for freestyle on their stomachs to bring home this race. All right, here we go. Great job with Country Club of Charleston there in lane 5, Graydon Gibaldo. At this point, you're pretty gassed in this race, whether you're 9 or 17. Really thinking about digging in. The training they've done with their teams this summer really comes into play of who has the endurance to finish those last 20 seconds.
154.64 for Graydon Gibaldo. He gets the win. Lutz second in 157.05. And Liam Roberts is third in 157.88.
We've got 5 heats here. Going back to our replay, going to see Graydon Gibaldo's finish. Definitely looks like he gave it his all there in that race. 5 heats here in this event.
Heat 2, Wesley Mizzle from Legend Oaks in 3, Christopher Forrester from Long Point in 4, Easton Drost from Somerville Y in 5, Ethan Kukla for Ashboro in 6, Everett Miller for Crowfield in 7, Enoch Koch from Long Point in 8.
Another aspect to consider in the 100 IM, butterflies first. It's quite often the most hardest for swimmers at this age. So going into the backstroke, swimmers are often tempted to take a breath and relax a little bit, but you want to just get right into the fast hand speed on the backstroke, as tempting as it is to slow it down and relax after that challenging 25 butterfly. Coming in here halfway through the race, lane 3 is going to be Wesley, currently with the lead. Oh, excuse me, Christopher Forrester in lane 4 with Long Point. Closely behind him is Everett Miller with Crowfield. Everett Miller looking to have a strong breaststroke. He's 9 years old, representing Crowfield out in Goose Creek. Pulling ahead on that leg. Looking for a two-hand touch before he takes it home. So right now his coaches are cheering him on. No one to push him to go faster, but the time matters. You know, out of this second heat, he could really make a difference and move up in the rankings and score some points. Let's see how they
Miller
get
is
him in.
entered at a 151.52. Here he's going to go a 135.42.
Wow. So 16 seconds.
Yeah, and he's way ahead of this heat. Christopher Forrester in about a 1:42. He dropped about 8 seconds. Second is 1:05:03, but he was quicker than that. And third was Ethan Kukla at 1:50.37.
All right, watching that replay again with the swimmer from Crowfield, Everett Miller, drop. Is that right? About 16 seconds?
Yeah,
wow.
Absolutely. Heat 3 now. Trey Stubbs for Ashboro in 2. Derek Marsa for Newington in 3. Isaac Cornier from Shadowmoss in 4. Wade Collier for Newington in 5. Matthew Mullen for Country Club in 6. Landon Taylor for Chamelon in 7. Henry Smith from Legend Oaks in 8. And Lucas Mapp from James Island in 9.
All right, we talked about it. Butterfly, got to get out fast. It will make you tired, but you want to get out there. And then going right into the backstroke, keeping your hand speed going. Got a race here in the middle of the pool. Country Club of Charleston, Matthew Mullen, Wade Collier, Newington in that pink cap,
Okay,
and Isaac Corngay with
left for this session after this boys
For
individual
Newington, that's
medley.
Wade
That is all
Collier
of the free
touching
relays.
first,
Girls, boys,
followed by
7-8,
Matthew Mullen at the
and
halfway
girls,
point.
boys,
This is the third
9-10
of 5
free
heats
relay.
in the breaststroke.
If you have any swimmers swimming in those
Also in
last
lane 9,
events,
Lucas Mapp
please
is up
send them
there.
to the clerk of course. Thank you.
You can hear the coaches' whistles now on the breaststroke, talking to their swimmers. Every time you hear that whistle, you want to get your hands back out front. About to touch on the third lay, the breaststroke going into it. Looks like Country Club and Shadowmoss. Matthew Mullen with Country Club and Isaac Corngay with Shadowmoss. Also out in lane 9, don't count out Lucas Mapp. He is still in there. Coaches working hard to bring their swimmers home. All right, and that heat's going to be Isaac Corngay.
1:28.13. That's a really strong time there. He drops. How much is that? 10 seconds. Yeah. Matthew Mullen getting second at 1:28.57. Wade Collier third at 1:30.64.
All right, here they are on the finish. Shadowmoss, Isaac Corngay with a 10-second drop. We've got 2 more heats in this event, 9-10 boys, 100 IM. Heat 4 about to dive in.
All right, we have 4 of 5. That's Kane Blessinger for Hawkaw into Jackson Ball for Cane Bay Y in 3. We've seen him in the 7-8 events today, 1 freestyle. 7-8s can swim this event. Joshua Bornfleth, also from Cane Bay, is in 4. Max Lotta for Northbridge is in 5. In lane 6, that's Jesse Lempesis from James Island. 7 is Evan Lowe for Park Shore, the breaststroke winner. 8 is Brady Caps for Park Shore. 9 is Fisher Biggers for Schnee Farm.
All right, I'm going to keep my eyes on Evan Lowe in lane 7, the breaststroke winner.
He's way behind this heat, but that'll change on breaststroke.
That'll change on breaststroke. If he won that individual event, that's going to be his opportunity to go. His teammate next to him, Brady Caps. It is close up front. We've got about 4 or 5 boys all right in the hunt for winning this heat.
Yeah, it's really close right now. Lempesis there for James Island. Looks like Bornfleth for Cane Bay, Max Lotta for Northbridge, all right in the mix here.
Yeah, Jesse Lempesis is hanging on.
It's fun when they get ready to race in the freestyle, Tara.
It is. Here we go.
It is Lempesis first, Max Lotta in second, and Bornfleth in third as they race down the stretch here in the last 25 yards of freestyle. Max Lotta giving this one a run there in lane number 5.
Max Lotta looking good.
He gets it in 1:24.79. Lempesis second in 1:25.14. And third goes to, Bornfleth got in by 1/100th.
Look at this finish here on Max Lotta. Max Lotta just taking over the lead, just digging deep. I saw his coaches having their stopwatches out looking for an exciting finish. He did deliver there for the Northbridge team in that heat.
And we didn't really see it as much, but Bornfleth with a great finish to run down Lempesis by 1/100th. I mean, that's pure luck almost to get in by 1/100th and get second. Final heat now. And we've got 3 swimmers here in the middle at 1:20 or 1:21. Won't challenge the record of 1:09 in this event. That's Keith Aikman for Shadowmoss in 2, Benji Kumpalik for Daniel Island in 3, Nolan Mahoney for Park Shore in 4, Ethan Lady for North Charleston in 5. He's your top seed. Ethan Goji for Schnee Farm in 6, Hayward Leuschinger in 7 for Northbridge. 8 is David Pellegrin for North Charleston. 9 is Carson Schleier for Hobcaw.
I love this. Obviously, we've got a bunch of individual event winners here, so different strengths. Let's see how they put it all together. You got to do every stroke, so you got to even work your weak stroke. I know Nolan Mahoney was our backstroke winner out of lane 4 with Daniel Island. Him and Ethan are
I think Goji
even.
won a fly earlier today.
All right, who's our breaststroker here?
I believe we saw Lady right up there in breaststroke.
Yeah, he looks like he's coming on strong, David. Don't count out lane 2. Keith Aikman, 9 years old. Lane 2,
down at the
Shadamos.
bottom of your screen there is Keith Aikman.
Brady is hanging on. Excuse me, Ethan, his little brother is Brody. Excuse me.
Ethan Goji turning first. Ethan Lady and Nolan Mahoney there are second and third.
Wow.
No, down in lane 1 is Keith Aikman. You don't want to count him out of the mix here. Coming into the wall, it is going to be Ethan Goji at 1:19.08 to get the win. Second place there did go to Aikman. Third was Lady. Fourth was Mahoney.
What a close race. I don't know if Ethan Goji even saw him out in lane 2. He held on to the lead. Look at this, Ray, lane 2 and Ethan lane 6. Great job, boys. Lots of lead changes there.
Very exciting race there in the IM. Another win for Ethan Goji. We're going to take a quick break, come back. Freestyle relays to finish off here at the City Meet.